Welcome to Computer Programming in C++. Today we're taking our first look at arrays. Let's first explain what arrays are before we worry about how to use them. So come over to this screen. Let's look at just creating a data type. What happens when you create a regular variable of any data type here? So I'm going to use double as an example, although I could use others. I type in double temp. My compiler then looks at that. It will create a space in memory to go along with this variable temp. Every time I access temp, I'm accessing that location in memory. Since this is double, that location would typically be about 8 bytes. I'm thinking temp, this could be temperatures. Well, if I want to have multiple temperatures, let's say I'm recording temperatures for 1 full week. I could have 7 different temperature variables, but really I'm having the same type of variable accessed over and over again. What I can do is use the same variable, and this is what an array does. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get rid of that. Do this. Double temp 7 inside the braces there. What this will do is, instead of just having one temperature spot there, it's going to have 7 of them in memory, and it will link them all back to back to back to back. Maybe I should have picked a smaller number. There's 5, 6, and here I'll put the 7th in front. You get a train of 7 of these slots in memory, and it will access all of these. These slots are typically located back to back, and then how you access an individual location in memory is once again to use braces after the variable name and use a number to say which one. One thing to note here is you're starting this out. I'm going to put another text box in here. This is important. The first spot in memory with that variable name is location number 0. And then it will count up by 1. So I'll have spots 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I have 7 locations in memory, there's never a location with index value or subscript 7. It's always 0 through 6. Now let's look at a program. I just have a shell up here, kind of small up in the corner this time. Programming shell, let's get typing. So we'll do the same thing I had there before. Double temp. I want there to be an array of 7 of these values. I'm also going to initialize these values, give them starting values. You can initialize an array immediately. You can also give it values later on. So I'll give some temperatures here. 56, 45 is actually kind of cold out right now. It's the beginning of winter where I am. So maybe a high of 32, 23. Goes back up a little bit. And then rather cold day at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 values. I can declare and initialize the array in one step. Now I want to show you how we can access an individual element of that array. So I'm just going to print out some values. Windows is not liking my color scheme. So I'm going to print out some values. So I'll just say the temp is, well, I need quotes around that. And then I'm going to print out the temperature on the first day. So I'll do that by using these square braces and putting the 0 in there. The 0 is called the index or the subscript. And with that, I can access the first element of the array. Send out an end line too, so my text won't blend together. And let's try running that, see what happens. Notice I did item number 0 and I got the temperature as 56. Let's try 1. Let's bring up the last program I had on here. 45. Good. Let's try 6. I don't need to do all of these for you. Good. And just to see what happens here, let's try 7. Notice this. When I tried 7, I got a very unusual value. C++ will not stop you from accessing a value beyond the end of the array. It will just access the next location in memory, which happened to hold this particularly odd number, 6.95 times 10 to the negative 308. Something to be careful of when you're using arrays. You need to watch out so you don't access values beyond. Otherwise, you could actually change a memory value of something you want to be using in a different place. I'm going to change this back to a more reasonable value and put in 4. I want you to note that you can access any item in the array just like you would any other variable. So I could change the value of temp4. Now temp4 is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be that 35. I'm going to reset it to, it got unusually warm that day. We'll put it at 42. And then we'll try running that and see what happens. And that worked. You can access an element of an array the exact same way you'd access any variable. Just remember to put the index in the braces, and also remember we start counting at 0.